welcome back to the 20th Century Dude channel. So as you can see, we are in a new location for our pickups videos. It's only going to be like that for several months longer, so we are going to be going back to our regular house sometime in the spring, so we won't be here for very long, but it's just a temporary location. Anyway, I also want to apologize. My back is a little stiff right now. I don't know. It's because I lifted something a little too heavy at work and I pulled something. But I'm not really feeling too good in the back here. So if you see me readjusting multiple times during this video, that's probably why. But we have some recent pickups, and I know I keep saying in the last few pickups videos I did that, and I need to get better at this, that I'm going to try not to accumulate so much, and whatever I do get, I want it to be more Laserdisc than anything, and well, not quite. Fortunately, from a spending standpoint, most of it, I believe, was actually free or like pretty much dirt cheap. So thankfully, I don't have anything to worry about that as far as a cost standpoint. But as far as amount of stuff, yeah. I mean, that's not to say that I'm gonna keep all of it. Probably not. One movie I know I haven't seen in a while, a very long time, Pinocchio. I'm gonna probably watch this after recording this video because it's been a super long time since I've watched this movie. So I'm going to make sure to get right on that as soon as we're done. But anyway, we're going to actually start out with some vinyl records. I had no intention of really getting any vinyl records right now, especially since I brought very little with me in this apartment space in the meantime. But there were some things I got actually by accident. Me and Burkett Fleming, we went to an estate sale, and I was looking to get a lot of Laserdisc. I only wanted 2 in there, and you'll see the 2 in a minute. I only wanted 2 Laserdisc, but I figured I would just buy the lot, sell the rest. Anyway, but since they were way, way, way over there, the auctioneer anyway, Burkett called out, "Oh, it's your Laserdisc, you're going to have to bid on it." Not realizing the fact that it actually was not the Laserdisc at all. They were vinyl records. So I ended up selling the rest of the records, thankfully. But we have here The Lone Ranger, the original radio broadcast on a vinyl record. So that was pretty interesting to listen to. It was the original, I believe, 1938 recording, I believe. Or was it 37? I don't remember. This definitely predates its inclusion on, radio serials, and then, of course, we had film serials as well for The Lone Ranger, and then, of course, before the TV series. This, of course, predated that, and yes, it says in the late 30s. Of course, this was the time that radio stations and film serials were already taking full advantage of Dick Tracy and Superman, and other popular names like that. This is a little record book. It has some big band and ballad stuff from the 1940s and 50s. And as you can see here, I have this little bookmark here, and I didn't quite finish getting through the entire thing yet, but I hope to do that relatively soon. That's it for vinyl records. So now we are going to go on to the 2 Laserdisc movies that I got. Again, it's not much, and I mean, to be quite honest, Laserdisc is the thing that I'm looking to collect the most of right now. That's the thing in my film and audio collection I want to collect the most of. So even though it's only 2, I am grateful to have picked these up. This one is The Paleface. This is a Western starring Bob Hope. So there's The Paleface, And I've not seen that movie, so I can't tell you exactly what my opinion on the Paleface is. I guess we'll have to find out. And the last one is Mary Poppins, another Disney movie that I've not seen in a good long time. It's been, I think, at least over 15 years probably, so it's been a while, and I figured why not watch it on the Laserdisc. This actually was the main Laserdisc of the two that I was looking to get. But yeah, so there's Mary Poppins, and that's it for Laserdisc. Let's move on to CED. Now, I will say, as far as CED is concerned, I was not really looking to get any new CEDs at this time, at least not a whole lot of them. Um, that just happened to be something Burkett Fleming won a whole lot. There were like 3 crates of CEDs and an estate sale and an online estate sale. We drove out, took a road trip to go pick them up, and of course they let me pick out what I wanted. So most of them are going to be, actually I think all of them actually are going to be from this estate sale. Now unfortunately, the discs themselves are in pretty mixed quality. Some do work better than others, some are dirtier than others. Some won't even play in the player because they won't either exit the caddy or it won't even just sit down in the player. That way the needle can come and read the disc. So I did try and clean some of them. This one I actually picked up at Kutztown, I believe in the spring. I did try to do a little cleaning job. Unfortunately, Revenge of the Pink Panther, I can no longer play anymore. Unfortunately, this disc is officially toast. The best I can do with Revenge of the Pink Panther is perhaps just use this as a wall decoration or throw it out. Unfortunately. Oh dear. Yeah, this is painful. Okay. So this is Mel Brooks' History of the World Part 1. There were 2 copies of this in the crates Burkett got, so I don't think it's among Brooks' best films. I think it's good at parts. Part 2, I believe, had a mini-series on Hulu. I don't think Mel Brooks had a lot of direction as far as that's concerned. I don't believe he had a lot to do with that show, but they did eventually continue off of this and actually make a part 2. I don't know a whole lot else about part 2. I guess I'll have to watch it someday and find out. And oh yeah, I forgot Orson Welles narrated this. And yeah, the disc itself is in okay condition. The first 5 minutes of each side is very dirty. Once it gets through the rest of the movie, it's okay. Again, these discs are going to be in very, very mixed quality. And I hate to say it, I think it did screw up the needle on my player a little bit as well. So now the image is just a little extra fuzzy than what it used to be. And there's something else, I'll get to it in a minute, I'll show you. Up next, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It's the special edition when Spielberg decided to re-edit it a little. He actually included a scene where they go inside the alien spaceship. Some people feel like that didn't need to be in the movie. I probably agree with that as well. I mean, the movie was fine without it, but I also like its inclusion as well. So it's long enough. It does need 2 caddies to watch the movie. And again, the discs themselves, they do play, this movie anyway, plays pretty okay. I think it also started the problem though. The farther in I got on a disc, or the side of a disc, the fuzzier and snowier it got. That might be more of a needle problem, if anything, because I feel like one of the movies I put in screwed up the needle somehow with all the dirt. And yeah, this is just the risk we take with CED. It's no wonder Laserdisc just always was more successful and practical, because there was never any of that problem with the movies dirtying up the laser or something. The most problem you'd probably have with a laser or something is if somebody literally gone inside, decided to rub their finger all over and dirty it up on purpose, or if there was just a lot of dust and you just need to dust it off. But yeah, Laserdisc is definitely better than CED for this reason. It's a very unique, niche format. There's just some quirky qualities that typically go against it, and it's for a reason. Again, I wasn't expecting to get a whole lot of CEDs. It just sort of happened. It's like, okay, I guess we'll expand the collection a little bit. It just wasn't something I wasn't really thinking of doing at the time. This is a Gene Hackman Vietnam movie called Uncommon Valor. Not super familiar with this film at all, so I can't really tell you what I think of it, again, because I've never seen it. Looking at reviews, though, people seem to think it's pretty okay, and Gene Hackman, I think, has grown to be one of my favorite actors of all time, so I'm interested to see what exactly he brings to the table for this movie. So that's Uncommon Valor. Oh, dear. Okay. This is Rocky IV. I do not have Rocky III in any form. I have Rocky I on DVD, and I have Rocky I and II on a recorded Betamax tape from the 80s. But I still need to get through the rest of the series, and I will at one point. Unfortunately, I probably will not be able to watch Rocky IV on the CED, as only one side will play, but the other side will not. Why that is, I honestly do not know. That's just kind of weird to me. I really don't know why that is the case, but yeah, there's Rocky IV anyway. And this, unfortunately, I know I will never be able to play. It's the movie Excalibur, which is unfortunate because out of all the movies I picked out of there, this is actually one of the ones I wanted to watch the most. But the first part of the movie, I think no, is this the second side? I need to get better with the camera. There it is. This whole disc, it won't go in the player. I don't know, it just won't exit the caddy. I've tried forcing it, and then my CED player made a funny noise. So I just never bothered to do it again. But, yep, there's Excalibur. So, shame I can't actually play that at all, but oh well, I guess. Again, CED, and this is the risk we take as collectors, I guess. This is an Elvis Presley movie called G.I. Blues, and I believe this was made after he entered the Army in the 60s. Let me see. There's not a date for the movie, but it does mention about Elvis Presley returning to his stateside home in 1960 after being a GI stationed in West Germany. So this is definitely in the early 60s. It does not list a date, however, it does list 1981 as far as the RC Corporation, yada yada yada. But it is a 60s movie with Elvis in it. And so moving on. And a good thing I did pick up this movie because unfortunately didn't my bridge of the River Kwai Betamax tape break, and unfortunately there was no salvaging it. It just had to go in the trash. I don't know what happened. It just would not play in the player, and then all of a sudden this tape just snapped to pieces, and just, opening up, it wasn't really worth putting back together. So thankfully I do have the CED counterpart. I probably should just get like a DVD or a Blu-ray of this movie just to be extra safe, especially considering this lot of CEDs. But yeah, so that's bridge of the River Kwai. And now this is a movie I've not seen. It's a swashbuckling film from the 30s, Captain Blood, and also stars Olivia de Havilland from Gone with the Wind, if you've seen Gone with the Wind. And so again, not seen it, but it is one of the ones in nicer condition. It looks fairly clean on the front and back, and I do believe it was one of the ones that actually played pretty correctly. So I do not believe I have to worry about Captain Blood a whole lot. And I think for this last several CEDs, I'm just gonna hold on my lap because it's hurting my back picking them off the floor. So we'll just go in quick succession. This is a Chuck Norris movie, Code of Silence, from Orion Pictures. And we have another one with Chuck Norris, and this one is Good Guys Wear Black. And I believe this one I did have trouble playing the one side. It would not play the first side, but it would only play the second side. I think eventually, after shoving it in a whole bunch of times, I did manage to actually get the movie to play through. Because what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to clean off the disc, just play the whole movie through, make sure there's any dirt to get off of it, which is what I tried to do, but I was having trouble with that one, so chances are maybe I'll only watch one of the two of those. I don't know. Let's see. There's a Woody Allen movie, Take the Money and Run. Don't really know anything about this movie. I know Burkett gave it to me as a recommendation to give it a try, see what I think, so I guess I'll find out. I know his reputation these days are pretty tarnished because Woody Allen apparently did some inappropriate things, but you know, what's new with celebrities in that particular realm these days? Who doesn't do that? Not that we should encourage that. But yeah, and the last two movies we have, this is Police Academy 1. I did have to force it to play the second side. It was having trouble playing the second side, so I did have to force it a little bit. This is Police Academy 1. I am told that the Police Academy movies do get dumber the more they made them, I guess. I guess the last few they made were just downright awful to watch. So I'm told the first 2 or 3 or so were really the only ones worth watching. I guess they are a bit of a vulgar comedy as well, so don't know if this is something I'm going to want to keep, but I guess we'll find out. Fortunately, I know I can't keep Police Academy 2, because neither side will play. It just will not exit the caddy. I think side 1 doesn't exit the caddy, go into player. Side 2 does go into player, but will not play. This is just weird, stupid gimmicks I gotta put up with as far as CED is concerned. Nothing I can do about that. But that's it for CED, and oh dear, ouch. Next, we're going to go move on to some DVDs, Blu-rays, and a 4K. So, let's jump into those. Alright, first off, and I know this wasn't exactly a great movie this year. It really wasn't. I'd even say it's in the bottom 2 or 3. The Mission Impossible series, but this is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This is the only movie I do have a 4K of in my Mission Impossible series, but it does include a Blu-ray and a digital code if you wanted to stream it on your phone going somewhere. Yeah, I do wish the writing in this film would be a little bit better. It did feel like you're watching 2 completely different films. I do believe that's partially due to the reshoots, I think, but yeah, there was some stuff in here that left a lot to be desired. Bonus feature-wise, we do have a separate disc for special features. Ironically enough, there's a featurette on here, which is literally just Tom Cruise bragging about all the accomplishments that he's ever done for the world of cinema, and it's just hilarious to watch because it's basically a bonus feature just serving as an ego trip. That's really all it is, but it's hilarious. This one I actually found in the $5 DVD bin at Walmart, and I didn't have a copy of it, so I figured I'd pick it up. It's Weird Al Yankovic's UHF movie. The movie itself, it's good moments. It's pretty alright for the most part. I wouldn't say it's my favorite comedy of the 1980s. But it's something I still like and appreciate. And if you haven't watched UHF before, I wouldn't highly encourage you to just check it out. It's only an hour and a half. I think, it's a decent comedy. It may not be my favorite one, but I still think it's quirky enough and entertaining enough for an hour and a half of your time. Next up is Hot Shots. This is the first of two Hot Shots movies. The second one primarily spoofed the Rambo series more in Top Gun. This spoofed Top Gun, which is super popular at the time. And, there's a little bit of inappropriate humor in this. But regardless, I didn't have it in any shape or form. So at least there's Hot Shots. And, well, I guess, yes, speaking of something that may be a tad bit inappropriate, we have here the Naked Gun trilogy. I had to pick it up because these movies, especially the odd numbered ones, they're pretty, they're just pretty funny. I'm sorry, it's just I can't. There's something in the way they made those movies and the way the Zuckers just orchestrated the visual gag. It's like, how do you not laugh at these? And of course, there's Leslie Nielsen's just utterly dry humor. And I do say the all-numbered ones are better. 2.5, The Smell of Fear was okay. I don't think it quite landed as well as the other two. Even this Naked Gun movie we just got this summer with Liam Neeson, that was okay. It was basically just a soft reboot of the first one, really. Again, the odd-numbered films were just better, especially the first one. I mean, how can we go wrong with the first one? It's, I think, one of the best comedies in the 1980s. One of my favorite spoofs ever. It's too good. It's too good. I have seen Police Squad. Sorry for those of you asking whether or not I've seen that or not, and I have, and I do think that's pretty funny. It really is a shame it only lasted like 6 episodes. I believe if they at least had gone like 4 or 5 seasons, they really could have taken real good advantage of the comedy that they established in those episodes. I have a feeling if they gave it a chance, it'd be a very successful show. I mean, I think it might have at least had a 3-year run on TV, but just didn't hit home, I guess, with people. Was a shame, but anyway, we have here, I also found this in the DVD bin, it's a action double feature of The Fugitive and U.S. Marshals. I've not seen U.S. Marshals before. I didn't even realize that this was a sequel to The Fugitive until I looked on the back of the box. I just kind of picked it up, and it's like, okay, well, there's a movie I've not seen, and I do like The Fugitive a lot. I have that movie on tape, so I figured why not pick up U.S. Marshals. Again, I did not realize it's a sequel, so I figured, all right, why not? So that's it for those two. I don't remember showing this or not. It's the Kendrick Brothers film, Courageous. It's about men and the spiritual lives you're supposed to lead at home. I actually did meet the filmmakers in May, which is pretty nice. And I've not seen Courageous. And when I found this at a found it at a Goodwill, there were actually like multiple copies of Courageous for whatever reason. There were at least like 4 or 5 of them. I picked up one that was 1 unopened and 2 had a bunch of bonus features on here. I think there's 2 hours of special features on there. The rest of them were like full screen, didn't have special features, and I got the one that had Of course, all the bonus content on them. And I should really be taking a pain pill for my back because it's really starting to irritate me. Anyway, let's move on to Betamax because I know VHS is going to be quite a handful to get through. So let's speed through Betamax, shall we? Alright, first off, we have it's a National Geographic video about the sinking and then, of course, the uncovering of the Titanic. It's only 60 minutes. I probably wouldn't have needed to keep this tape. It's just a documentary, really. There's not really much to it. But I figured it's a little bit of Betamax. Why not? Ironically enough, the documentary, it's only an hour long, but it's enough to let you know, hey, Jack did have enough room on that raft. I know we're covering old ground here, but there was enough room on that raft for him, so there's no excuses. Anyway, this is the original All Quiet on the Western Front. I do believe they remade that in the 50s, and again, I think a couple years ago, I think, if I remember correctly. So this is All Quiet on the Western Front on Betamax, the original one. I do gotta paste the label, put some tape on the label there. It does look like it's coming off, including here on the front. So I'll take care of that after recording the video. But this is All Quiet on the Western Front on Betamax. Last but not least, and I gotta get that off because the box is a little damaged, but we have here Das Leben von Adolf Hitler, 1961. Rare archival films of the life of Hitler and other Nazis in English. A video yesteryear recording, 101 minutes. So we're going to have some found footage on the day in life of the Nazi Empire, apparently. So that's interesting, I guess. And get a little poster card as well. I have one or two other of these, like, video yesteryear tape covers. I do believe these were some of the, like Video Yesteryear was one of the first, like, rental companies to ever exist, or manufacturers anyway. So a lot of the movies or shows, episodes, documentaries, content in general in late 70s probably would have been found in boxes like these. At least I found some in Betamax like that. So this Video Yesteryear presentation, this isn't exactly new, and there's not a whole lot of remastering that's done, because as it says here on the box, our master tapes as well as this video cassette were recorded on the finest commercial video equipment using state-of-the-art technology of the time, but because of the age of the films, there are often slight imperfections that are common in older prints, so it's going to be presented as it is, as they have it. Video Yesteryear, highest possible quality, lowest possible price. So I guess they put it out like this, also to be affordable. Also good if you have a bunch of public domain stuff as well. They're taken from the largest private quality collection of vintage feature films, serials, short subjects, and TV kinescopes. And they want to send out, and they want you to send out $1.25 for their master video images catalog. So, they give an address too. I wonder if I send something to the address, maybe they'll give me a catalog still. I doubt it, but, you know. Yeah, they have films that predate talkies, and they're scored with the appropriate music and the soundtrack. Transferred from film at the correct speed at 18 frames per second, as pre-talkie films often were with silence. And it says here, to change maximum fidelity, we use a process that requires us to change reels from time to time. This results in 15 to 30 seconds of blank screen on some of the longer films. It's not a defect of the video cassette. Typically, you're supposed to stitch the film together and cut out any of the blank reels that suggest, oh, we got to change the reels. because films sometimes have multiple reels to put them together. But yeah, so that's it for Betamax, and I know we're really pushing it on the clock here. Let's move on to VHS, some of the largest amount of stuff we have today. Now, I will say for a lot of these VHS tapes, I do have some of these movies already. Some of them are going to be basically identical. That being said, what I ended up finding, again, at the most recent estate sale I went to at Burkett, some of them were just in nicer quality than what I had at home previously, whether that's actually playing the video or just the quality of the box. Like, this quality of Batman here, this is such a nicer box. I think it was even barely used, too, than what I had previously. Like, I already have this movie, but the box is starting to peel a little bit. The tape's a bit worn out. It was probably played a whole bunch of times back in the 80s and 90s. So it's just a nicer quality tape. So, of course, I figured I'd just replace the old one with the new one. Anyway, as far as stuff I don't have, I think this is a TV film. This is about JFK's wife, Jackie Kennedy. Again, I couldn't really get a whole lot of information out of this. I don't even know it's something I'm going to want to keep. I don't know. I hope it's not an EP, because there wasn't exactly a lot of tape in there. Extended play tapes don't, for whatever reason, play nice in the VCR. I couldn't really have up right now. I don't know if it just struggles a little bit with extended play tapes. But yeah, anyway. So we're going to be moving on to some Christmas stuff. We have Home Alone 1. And, of course, this is a much nicer box. The tape is, as far as the quality goes, video-wise, it looks good. Audio-wise, there's a slight, like, burning noise or something in the first 20 minutes of the movie. Then it calms down for the rest of it, so I don't know why. Maybe I might just keep the box and swap the tapes in the different boxes. I don't know. This one played okay. Home Alone 2, much nicer box. Tape looks like it's been played a whole bunch, so whoever had this must have liked Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone 1. We have here Home Alone 2. Again, I already have Home Alone 2. I figured I might as well just switch it out for the nicer copy. I already have Mad Max The Road Warrior on a VHS set. I also have the Road Warrior as far as a Blu-ray set is concerned. And typically, I wouldn't really need an extra VHS copy, but this is just, it's super nice. Like, look, it looks brand new. I don't think it was ever used at all. Maybe once or twice, but that's about it. So it's super nice. So, I don't know. I just don't have the heart to get rid of it. I could, because I don't need the copy of it, but on the other hand, it looks... it just looks so good. It's such a nice quality tape. I can't part with it, I guess. Got some kiddie stuff coming up. We have, I don't know if you remember this from the 90s. Beethoven. These were okay. I wouldn't say this is my favorite movie. We're all here for the dog. Let's just be honest. We're here for the dog and no other reason for that, because that's what the movie is about. And we do have the second movie, Beethoven's Second. I did watch that for the first time a couple weeks ago. It was fine-ish. The first one's definitely better, and I do see that the rest of the movies go direct to video, so I think we can definitely tell where the series is going from here. So no need to probably continue onward. Not to mention the fact I think they do replace... the cast after a while, which probably makes sense. Children got too old. Maybe the adults just didn't want to do any more of these movies anymore. I totally get that. This is a Christopher Lloyd movie. This is a bit dusty. It didn't actually have a cover. This was put on it later. This is a Christopher Lloyd movie called Camp Nowhere. And what this movie is about is a bunch of kids. Their parents make them go to these science camps that they don't, or school camps, summer camps that they don't want to go to. So they get Christopher Lloyd, who's a rejected drama teacher and basically con artist, to basically make up a summer camp for them that they can disappear to for weeks and then just basically lie to their parents with what they're actually doing. But of course, at the very end, they make sure to cover their tracks and make it look like, oh yeah, this was the legit thing, but in reality, it was not. So I don't know what this is really. This guy's name is Steve Reeves. I don't know if he has any relation to George or Christopher Reeves. Both those actors played Superman. But this is a Hercules movie, not the Disney one, but it's an older Disney movie. And yeah, I don't have a lot to say about it. I don't really know quite what it is, so maybe it is an adaptation of the Hercules hero from Greek and Roman mythology. That's my best guess. I don't know otherwise. I don't have much to tell you as far as that movie's concerned. This here is the first Land Before Time. Also a pretty nice tape, so again, it makes me wonder if this was used a whole lot at all. I know there were like 6 million of these things made, let's just be honest. There were a lot. They really exploited the heck out of the Land Before Time for some reason. Ooh, we even get like a little VHS brochure, so that's kind of cool. Yep, very nice, very nice. Of course, Jurassic Park. We want to make sure we buy that tape. Anyway, Land Before Time. It does look like it's a short movie. It says 1 hour and 9 minutes in the back, so even for the 80s, that's short for an animated movie. But I don't know if that's a budget thing or if it just didn't need to be that long. I don't know. So at least I know, hey, it won't take that long to get through the Land Before Time. This is, I also don't have a lot of information on this film. It's just called The Old Testament. Looks like it's an old religious epic, I think. But it's only like 90 minutes long, and the Old Testament is how big? In fact, you know what? I have my Bible right behind me. The Old Testament covers this much ground in the entire Bible. And I guess they expect us to go through it in like 90 minutes. That's going to be a lot of skipping around. I don't even know how you like manage to do that, but yeah, that's the Old Testament, starring Brad Harris and Margaret Taylor. So yeah. Oh, okay, I see. So this is about... Oh, okay, so there's several stories from the Old Testament, but it's also about the Maccabees Revolt, which isn't even recorded in the Bible at all. It is a famous set of events. It was a Jewish revolt against the Romans, but I think there was just something in both the book of Maccabees where they just contradicted scripture somehow, and they just weren't included. I guess that they didn't have what was called divine influence or something, at least according to the Catholic Church. Regardless, I believe the 1st and 2nd Maccabees are recorded in Catholic Bibles, and it's in this movie. So, okay, so we got several stories from the Old Testament, and then the Maccabean Revolt. Alright, well, I guess we'll see how that goes. Can't really say whether that film's going to be any good. I have no idea. This is An American Tail, Fievel Goes West. I guess this is the second movie. And also, not taken out of the shrink wrap yet. This is brand new when I got it. And I can receive a $250 mail-in rebate with the purchase of the Jurassic Park video cassette from Video rental outlets. Offer expires February 20th, 1995. Well, shucks, I missed it. Anyway, purchased one of these 4 titles from McDonald's: Back to the Future, American Tail, Philo Goes West, Land Before Time, and Field of Dreams. Interesting combo. I don't know if this is like a McDonald's gift then? Somebody who actually grew up in the 90s can tell me more about that. But this is the second American Tail movie. I've not seen any of the American Tail movies. This is the second one, and again, it's a brand new copy. It's never been used. And what's nice about brand new copies of tapes is that they basically play like brand new in your player, obviously, but they also serve as a cleaner. So you can actually use a brand new tape to clean the playheads in your VCR. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, so there's that. And last but not least, and I already had this movie on VHS, but it was a much nicer copy. This is Ben-Hur. So I just made sure to get the newer, nicer copy because, you know, why not? And this is where we're going to wrap up for today, because obviously that's the last of the tapes, but also we're at over 40 minutes of recording at the time of recording this. I think that's long enough for this video. I'd hate to have to make it into a part 2, which I don't want to do. So we're gonna leave it at that today. This is the last of the pickups, and that's all we have for today. So thank you for tuning in to 20th Century Dude, and hope to catch you on the fly. See ya.